Welcome to the high seas expedition as we plummet into the grave. And welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Part 37. And we're about to make our way into the Shadow Temple. Gotta love the fact that I'm a musician. So the first obstacle to getting into this is going to be pretty straightforward. If you just take notice, there's a lot of candles hiding around. Well, not hiding around, they're just there, but it's easy to kind of get tripped up on what to do. There's two things that you probably should be aware of here. You are going to need to light them up, and the fire arrow is not going to be able to do it enough. So what we can do is equip the Din's Fire. Put that right over here. That's the first thing. And the second thing is take note to where I'm standing right now. It couldn't be more of an obvious spot that this brick here is where you want to use it. So you just go ahead and use your fire over here. It'll light them all up in a jiffy. And that pretty much opens up the entrance to the dungeon. So there we go. So the first thing I'll just say right off the top is we're going to be using our Lens of Truth quite a lot as soon as we get through this initial part right here. You'll notice there's a pit over here. There's going to be a lot of hook shotting. There's going to be a lot of Lens of Truth involvement. So you just want to go ahead and hook shot your way over there, and then right away you want to go ahead and equip your Lens of Truth. Put it right in place of the Din's Fire, because we're not going to be using Din's Fire anymore. And periodically you'll see this message that says the shadow will yield only to one with the Eye of Truth, which is really meant to be the Lens of Truth. So as you can see, it opens up again there, and as I said in previous videos, it does use you'll use up your magic normally. So there's not like a whole lot you can do in this initial area here, but you could say that some of it's introductory and some of it's not, but if you just keep looking and looking for where to go through all these fake doors, you'll see that the real one is right here. So you go ahead, and just make your way into the door, the metal door. And you'll see another one just like in Mega Man if you're a Mega Man fan, and just go ahead and make your way in there. And then you you go into this room here that has a lot of massive, I won't say massive, but there's a lot of fake doors. But again, just use the Lens of Truth to kind of figure out where you got to go, and you'll find out right away that this is where you want to go, or not. So I went into that go backwards type deal once in a while. So here we go. So maybe one of the first easiest. This is one of a few easy things that you can do here. There's a little guy there. You want to go ahead and play the Sun Song, and then it'll just kind of freeze them up. Grab out your Jabiraron sword, that we captured from the previous video, and that'll pretty much wipe him out. And then you'll find a couple of quiche. So for this, I recommend just go ahead and Z targeting if you can find them. Sometimes we have to. Here we go. Hello, Z targeting. There we go. It's amazing once it starts recording, it doesn't do much. But anyhow, this first room here, it's easy to just kind of. Usually you can use your hook shot to nail it, but sometimes the game is just a bit shy and it doesn't always work. So sometimes you want to use your sword. And right away you can tell that there's one more lurking about. I'm not sure what the word linear means, but I've been told that this kind of describes this dungeon in a nutshell. There's a lot of straightforward stuff, and it's pretty easy to get around, and there's not a lot to worry about. Well, maybe a few things. I mean, as far as moving around, there's not much to worry about. Okay. Alright, we're having a little bit of trouble getting this last quiche. Talk about metal bats. These keys can be annoying, they can be tricky. You just never know where they're gonna fly or where they're gonna like land. But anyway, but once you get that out of the way, the door will open up, and you'll get the first treasure chest, which is gonna hold the map of the dungeon. So, what's that? You don't believe me? All right, let's take a look. I'm just kind of showing where that is. I may or may not get the compass. It really depends. But once that's done, you just kind of make your way through this door back here. Oops. And then back to the lens. Cruise a bit down the hall. You'll find another door that's like bound to kind of have you wondering. But you want to head over here. And here there's yet another room. How about that? So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, this part here. It's nothing too exciting, like I know I've already said before. But this is where you want to go once you've checked things out. And this is really the mini-boss right here. So yeah, let the hand, the dead hand, as they call it, catch you. Killing the tentacles of the dead hand, you can get like hearts and stuff like that. But once you make your way over there, go ahead and Z-target it or not, and just use your bigger run sword to try to take them out of oblivion. Nothing too tricky about that. And of course, you don't want to like let these things capture you. The game just kind of throws it in there with like the killings. So as I say, it might take some time, but once you get it, you'll get your the treasure of the dungeon, which is right over here, and right away, this is pretty much. It's going to give you. Okay, so just to be kind of silly, I'm just going to kind of steal a line from A Link to the Past, just because the shoes just kind of remind me of like the Pegasus shoes from like Link to the Past when you can walk on water. So I'll just kind of pretend. He gave you the Pegasus shoes. The pretense there of that sentence, gave, kind of sounds like a story was like pre-written, like it sort of just happened like after it was given to you, even though it was. But it really is like, it's really like a present tense, so it's like it should read, he gives you, but whatever. So anyway, these are the you know, it's like staring off in space and didn't even pay attention to what was. So these are the hover boots. They're going to help you quite a bit because you're going to be going through a lot of big chasms. I only recommend wearing them when you need to, because if you wear them too long, Link just won't have much sense of foot direction. So you want to be aware of that. So that covers it for this section over here. So what you want to do now is just kind of just make your way out of here, and then back to the starting, back to sort of where that little, where all those skulls were a while back. So yeah, we'll just go right over there and do that. So now this next area, it's a bit of a mystery because if you just take a look at all these little poles that are sort of like around the area here, you'll find there's like skulls that sort of just like disappear when you use the lens, except for one. So right away that tells you, okay, so that there's something, this room has something to do with this skull here. So this guy here just gave us a message saying that to turn the beak towards the skull. So they really are trying to say the right skull. So there's the beak. So just go ahead and grab the lever and then keep on pulling it until you hit the right skull. Don't be discouraged if you end up getting like the wrong spot, because if you do, the floor just kind of opens up and it just like you just kind of fall to your doom and you have to start all over again. But once you find the right path, you'll want to go ahead and equip your boots, your newly discovered hover boots. Go ahead and just walk your way right over there. And I recommend running as much as you can because, well, it'll just be a lot more easier. There isn't really anything too massively hard about this section here, but this is just a little tunnel that takes you right over into this area here. It's kind of like really the pivotal, I want to say it's like one of the pivotal areas of the dungeon, but it is gonna be pretty important. But for now, you want to first head in this door over here, because there is a few keys we have to get. And this one here brings us. Okay, this is the like kind of the main pivotal point of another pivotal room that you want to be really like aware of constantly. It's going to be used for various uses, but you want to. It is a 5 silver rupee room, so you kind of you already know what you got to do there. So just go ahead and get the rupees. This one's pretty easy. You just want to, to get that, you'll want to just go ahead and use your hook shot and look for that little bullseye there, and then just go off the cliff, and you'll get it that way. So, and once you get them all, this little cage here should open up. It'll give you the first key of the dungeon. So, at least I think that's how it works. Could be wrong about it, but I've only played it once this year. Yeah, so there you go. And there's your first key. Got you there for a minute. I bet you thought that I was gonna not use it, that it was gonna be like a rupee or something like that. So that covers this area here for now. I'll show you a couple of other things that's gonna be helpful a little later on in the run here. But one of these things has sort of like a dead end, and that's obviously like this right here. If you notice, there's sort of like a pit that doesn't really have much life to it. If you try to like make your way down here, it is going to serve as sort of like a shortcut to get around stuff. But for now, there's really like nothing you can do right now because this block's in the way. So we're gonna have to move that out of the way. So this area is useless for now. But the next 15 minutes, I'd say a good 15 minutes or so, is it's gonna involve getting a lot of keys and a lot of I guess just pay attention if you really don't want to screw up. So I'm just telling you now, don't go that way that I just tried to go in. So you want to head through this door over here. It'll bring you to another thing where you'll need the lens right away. So just go ahead and use that. And of course, if you'll notice, the lens doesn't actually work on this wall right here. That is because it is bombable. So now you want to go ahead and equip the bomb right over there, and just let nature run its course. Avoid the BMOS at all costs, and your first locked door is right over here. And that pretty much brings us to a room where there's some of our friendly spiders that we fought at the Deku Tree, and then a couple of other places. But just to save some grief, just use either like the bigger on sword or the hook shot or long shot. Guys, don't try to quote me if you're gonna just say, well, this isn't the hook shot, this is the long shot. What, are you retarded? No, the real question is, what, are you retarded? A hook shot can be long, can be short. I don't know. Well, anyway, there's that. And you want to go ahead and just take this next right here. You'll see there's kind of a playing type. It's pretty linear. I guess it's straightforward, but there's not much to really worry about here. But all you want to do is just roll your way right under the blades. We'll just go ahead and avoid that spider because it's not going to play much of a role. So yeah, you just keep on avoiding it, and when you get to this point, Navi's going to just give you a warning that there's going to be some wall masters. This next section, you just want to run right through it. I found that out early on last year, so just run through it, and it'll save you a lot of grief. And I've heard that if your shadow even gets bigger, it can cause all kinds of grief there too. So don't stop for like a second unless if you really, really have to. Like I just did. So what'll happen is you'll have to start all over again. But just stick with me here. I'm going to go ahead and just off screen. Alright, and take two. So again, that is what you do not want to have happen, if at all costs. And once you get through that, you get a minor battle with a Stealthos. Basic way, just for a little review. The best way to nail it is to let him strike first, and then you pretty much have it after that. And if you haven't already done so, you want to make sure you've got the bigger on sword equipped, which I do. So why do I have to worry? Over here, there's not really much you can do. There's a few extra things you can do over there, but we're not going to actually go that way. We're going to actually go this way. And again, keep a sharp lookout for using the lens because it's going to be. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, if you are really like worried about losing life, you'll notice that Navi's sort of like gnawing at this little spot right here in the green. What you're going to want to do simply is play the Song of the Storms. And there'll be like a little an extra fairy that sort of appears right there. And if you have a bottle or whatnot, you want to use it to. You want to definitely hold on to it because it'll save like much grief. All right, so now we're heading. Let's see here. So you want to basically head to this platform here. Listen to me talk. And so anyway, then you want to just head this way over here. Just drop down. There used to be a way you could jump directly across to those silver rupees, but evidently it's not set up so easily for the emulator. But you probably still could with the N64. But for now, that's the best way to recommend getting over there. So like before, there's another set of silver rupees. So just go ahead and capture them. And yes, there's going to be one in the middle. Or maybe not. I don't know. And so now you should have like 4 of them. And now you're like wondering, okay, where might the first one be? I mean the last one be? Well, it's actually in here. If you just give like a whack with your sword, it'll sort of appear. Alright, or maybe not. My bad. The real way you want to do it is with bombs. So just let it do that. Let it do that, and hasta lasagna. Don't get any on ya. And once you're done there, you want to head through this door here. And there's not a whole lot of things you can do, but there is a key in this section here that you're going to be required to get. So before you go too much further, I'm going to forewarn you not to go too much further without using the lens, because you'll find right away off to the right there's a block that you can have access to. So what you'll want to do is just go ahead and pull that right into the ghost track. And then go ahead and just push it alongside this track here, and it should be okay for you to get by. I mean, I don't think you'll get hurt by just, you know, taking it through like the crazy like thumb traps. Thwomp. So yeah, you just go ahead and just take it all the way to the end here until you can't push it any further, or sometimes that will happen. Yeah, there's another thing that you want to be careful of that I just did is there's one of these parts of the path actually is sort of like a death trap waiting to like sneak up on you. And basically, if you don't have it set just right, then you'll fall through and have to start this part over again. And in reality, you don't want that to happen. So once you have that done, you have the option of doing a couple things. You can sneak into this treasure chest here. You'll find a little skelita. If you go ahead and kill it, you'll have. Well, I don't know what number skelita this is, but those of you that do, you'll know. But this is like only my 6th one, so whatever. So anyway, once the block is in place, you can basically sneak over behind here and just climb your way up to the top of it. Whoop, you don't want to do that. You want to go ahead and climb up to the top of there, and then you want to go over to the left here because it's about the only access you have. And then you want to cross this little metal thing, cross the top of the. I'm so slow about the official terms, but anyway, you want to get to this side here and just hit push the button, and there'll be a treasure box that drops on the other side of this. So again, go ahead and just go to the top of the thomp trap. I'm going to call it thomp trap because I don't know what the real name of it is. But if you just hit this little, you'll basically see this little chest here, and it basically holds the next keyword to where you have to go. So, and so from here, you're pretty much done with this area, so you can basically head on back. We won't be in this area no more. And basically your next so now you want to do a little bit of backtracking, but not terribly too far. You'll go ahead and just board this little platform here, and if you look very carefully, you'll notice there's that the area that we went on before to get to the silver thing, there actually was a second. There actually was a new path that we haven't tried before. So although it looks like we're almost going backwards, you're really not. So go ahead and sneak your way under here, and just go ahead and cross the. You can go ahead and just basically cross over because there's plenty of wood to go over there, but. Again, I forgot to use my lens, so you want to be wary of that. And then you'll notice there's a key hole over there. What you want to do basically is wait till the platform is lined up with the key locked door, and then just go ahead and let yourself in. And now that brings us to this incredibly strange area, basically, I'll say. It's our third, another silver rupee area. Again, you want to go ahead and play your Song of Time because there's those things mucking about. But the majority of what's in here, you just want to just plainly hook shot. Nothing terribly exciting about that. So just go ahead and do that. And just a general reminder, the green potions do restore your magic. Duh, like nobody really knew that. So to get this green rupee there, just hook shot to that wall over there. Same deal with this one over here. Just like before, just hook shot right over there. Sometimes it takes a little bit of try, but you eventually get to it. And then there's these two that are kind of tricky to if you don't have the lens here. But there's basically a platform to get it. But what you're going to want to do again is just face up. You'll see another connector. Go ahead and just do that. And then to get your last rupee, you just go over here. It opens up the door that you need to go into, and that'll take you to I think it's like a minor battle of sorts. I think. Or maybe not. Okay. Basically, here's how this room works. This is kind of a small minor skull room, you could say. The objective here is to just get the bombs into that little boiling head there. If you can see it, it's basically where the bombs go. That's all you got to do, with the exception of like some annoying keys. So if you're anal on like having them dead, then kill them first. But for now, basically what you want to do is grab a bomb, head towards the head of the skull, and just knock it right in there. And that's and it may take a few tries, but it's well worth it. And I see the sound of a skeleton nearby that I just killed. Oh well, I guess I'll have to be lucky and hope that I find where it went. So again, put it right into the stew and let the magic take place. Well, you can. It's very easy, of course, to go a little too far, but let's see here. And then not too far. Just enough to make it happen. There we go. So once that thing explodes, oh, I accidentally got a Skeleta. That's kind of cool. It's actually the Skeleta was actually on the wall. So, but yeah, we just wait for the thing to explode. All right. So well, evidently it's just not doing a whole lot, but that's okay. It's tedious. It takes you have to be patient sometimes. If you don't get it the first time, like I did, just keep on going, and you'll eventually get it. Link, you are so drunk. You have no aim whatsoever. And you call yourself a hero. Alright, there we go. Alright, evidently it's gone now. It exploded. Or did not explode, I don't know. But oh yeah, you have to kill the keys to open the door. I forgot totally about that. So if once the skull, jeez, that took enough time. Once the skull explodes, it drops off a key right over here, and that's pretty much the last key. Well, one of the last keys that you'll need to get through this part of the dungeon. So then what you want to do is just head back out here where you captured where you got the 5 silver rupees. Watch out for the spikes. If you don't know that already, I recommend using the lens for beginner's luck, I guess. So to get to the locked door, your last connector is like right up there, or it's really I like to use the word bullseye more, but so anyway, you just use this here, open up the door, and it'll pretty much take you into a sort of a area that has some fans in it. So you want to be really careful in this area, because if you get sucked by the fan's gravity, then you're gonna have like a massive heart attack trying to get through this. But basically the way to avoid getting blown around is by just rolling like I am there. It takes a massive amount of timing, but once you get it down, then you'll be fine. And you want to make sure the fans are stopped. And those of you that don't know what a fan is, it's that thing that keeps you cool in the summertime. Oh, you never had a fan before? Oh, well. Now you know what one looks like. Just kidding. This guy is just asking for it. This guy is really asking for it. And another thing that's important is you don't want to like get too close when the fan starts up, because you will get hit by the spider, like I just did. And this last objective here is you actually have to get past this fan here. So there'll be like a thing you can use to pass by it. Make sure you've got your lens going for you there. And then that brings you into this area with a lot of confusing fans here. This thing here doesn't really give you too much to do. You can actually get like some like rupees or whatever with that. So in a sense, you could say it's just like a trapdoor waiting to happen. But if you look really carefully, use your lens here again, and if you just check things out, you'll notice there's actually a hidden passageway off to the right. So you want the wind to blow you right over in there, and that's really where you're going to want to go. And then that pretty much takes you over into here, where you have a couple of mummies that want to fight you. So without much explanation, I mean, you pretty much know what to do. And then that'll pretty much give you the next key to the next treasure to go in, and you go ahead and open it up, and we find that it is a psych. It is a rupee. No, the real key is actually right over here with this pile of rubble. So you just go ahead and power up with your bombs there, and it'll reveal yet another chest that you'll find with the use of the lens. And right there, that'll give you the next key to use. So go ahead and go through the next door. And then it'll take you to this area over here. Now, do you remember that block that I was telling you that was like kind of blocking the area in the beginning? Well, guess what? It's right over here. We're now below the area. So, like right away, you're gonna want to like grab this thing and then just move it clear cut out of the way. And that pretty much opens up a pathway that'll take you straight back to the very beginning of the temple. I really enjoy this temple a lot because there's a lot of movement and it just kind of keeps me entertained, I guess you could say. So you want to just drag this thing all the way back to over here. and never touch that block again. And yes, just to show you briefly, this was the platform that we couldn't get through before. We just made a pathway available. So from here, that's going to wrap it up for part 37. We did run out of a little bit of time, so we will be finishing up the next video. So stay tuned, and we will be finishing up the level, and we will be starting the thief mission in Gerudo Valley. So see you then.